Welcome to day 26 of The Magic, our 28-day gratitude journey. Magically transform mistakes into blessings. This one, if you really get this one, it can be life-changing, absolutely life-changing. And one of the big lessons in this day is radical self-responsibility. I think if you don't get that part of it, you miss a lot of the gratitude. So in order to look at our mistakes, so-called mistakes that we've made in our life, we have to take radical self-responsibility for everything in our life and say, we're attracting it in whatever way, our coding, our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our rules has attracted it into our life to learn. For a reason. We've attracted it for a reason. To learn and grow and evolve and expand. And if we don't allow ourselves to do this, if we just get frustrated and angry, we miss the point, don't we? We miss the evolution and the growth. We just stay the same, which is what our subconscious really wants us to do anyway. It says, don't change, just stay the same. So this one is, really finding the untold blessings hidden in every mistake that's happened to us. So, you look at a child learning to ride a bike. You got to make mistakes in order to learn, oh, okay, this is how I do it. This is, when I do that, I fall off. When I wobble, when I don't concentrate, when I look away, when I, don't have my balance, I fall off. Okay. But it's through mistakes that we learn, through the falling off, unfortunately, that we do learn and we get back on the bike and we keep going. We all make mistakes. Mistakes can hurt, and it's so important not to try to avoid the pain, not try to avoid being hurt, not trying to avoid feeling, really, isn't it? When we try to avoid pain, we avoid feeling. We put a wall up. We put a heart wall up. Which is what I did for many years, put a wall around our heart of protection so that we don't get hurt. Well, that's not being a human, is it? It's more being a robot. Humans feel pain. We feel hurt. We feel disappointment. And that's okay. It's our choice how long we feel like that for. But the less that we stay in that space and the more that we feel into the gratitude, the less disappointment we feel. The less pain we feel, the less hurt we feel. And taking radical self-responsibility is like, well, it takes your power back. It gives you your power back. Because if we're saying this person did this to us, well, we're really giving that person our personal power, aren't we? Our energy. And saying, well, I'm allowing them to make me feel this way. So it really is about taking your power back and taking that radical self-responsibility. So in the book it says, mistakes can hurt, but if we don't learn from the pain we've suffered, we'll just keep making the same mistake over and over and over. How often in your life has this happened? I know for me in relationships. Just kept choosing the same man over and over, the same pattern, the same emotionally unavailable, just come out of a long-term relationship and going through a major breakup in their life within the last sort of 6 months. And I was there to help them transition through the pain, being the fixer, right? So how long did it take me to learn that lesson? Many years. Until finally, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself, right? Instead of blaming them and going, they did this to me, they weren't this, they weren't that, they said this and they didn't mean it. No, I was attracting it. I was resonating at that frequency. My doing, right? That was where my worth was. That was where I felt most valuable, is to be the helper, be the fixer, be the counselor. So it's really up to us to say, I'm going to learn from these mistakes. I'm going to be more self-aware. I'm going to be more present. I'm going to take ownership of my life and choose differently. Feel differently. Feel into the gratitude so that we don't keep making those same mistakes over and over and over. So it says, say for an example, you get pulled over by the police for speeding. Well, you don't blame the police. You just say, well, I was speeding. My bad. My fault. You take the responsibility. And then you look for, what were the good things that came out of it? What did you learn? There could be countless things that you've learned through that. You could have got into an accident. You're grateful that, the police reminded you that you weren't being present. You weren't taking notice of the speed. Whatever it might be. There's always things to be grateful for in the lessons, in the mistakes. So this is what this day is all about. So, if we keep blaming other people, it's us that suffers. We're the only ones that suffer if we don't take the responsibility. And it says, you are human, you will make mistakes. And the most beautiful thing about being human is you must learn from your mistakes, which just keep perpetuating that unnecessary pain, right? Until we learn it, until we do. So the only way that we can learn through our mistakes is gratitude, bringing gratitude. It's the quickest and easiest way to learn from a mistake. So no matter how bad something may seem, always, always, always find things to be grateful for. There's always things to be grateful for. And it also says you magically transform the mistakes into blessings. Mistakes attract more mistakes. Blessings attract more blessings. This is the law of attraction. So it says, which would you prefer? Decision time. So it says, today, think about a mistake that you've made in your life. Think about one of the big ones that you still, feel some guilt or shame or whatever it is about. And ask yourself, what did I learn from the mistake? What are the good things that came out of the mistake? And your brain will probably try and resist this and say, what are you talking about? There's no good things. I can't think of anything. It says to find 10. If you can't find 10, just find as many as you can. But it's really important for you to fully believe the blessing, fully feel it, fully embody it, fully embrace it. If you can't, maybe try choose something else that you can get behind. And it just says any mistakes that you're still sort of holding on to, try this process. It's like a magic switch that's going to really help you to let it go. Let go of the guilt and the shame and the pain, whatever it is that you're holding on to. So it says as an example, you're caught speeding. I'm grateful to the police for wanting to protect me. It's a good one. I'm grateful because it was foolish to put myself at risk speeding with a tyre that needed to be replaced. So, you're just finding all of these things. It says, I'm grateful to the police. They must see heartbreaking situations every day, and all they're trying to do is protect my life and my family's life. So that's a great perspective as well. And the card that I've chosen today to go along with this is allow yourself to take the time you need to heal, to absorb and accept loss, and to learn the greatest lesson it can teach you. It's funny the cards that pop up that sort of really go with each day and each lesson. So, this is really being able to feel and really being able to feel and absorb your feelings that go with mistakes, with loss, with whatever it might be, and learn from it and find the gratitude in it. A lot of the time we only focus on the negative, we only focus on what we've lost instead of what we've gained. So this really puts things in perspective this day, isn't it? And really feel it. As always, we really need to feel it deeply within our being for it to have the impact that we desire it to have. We really need to integrate it into our heart, into our cells, into our being. Like anything in life, you can do something in your head, or you can really embody it and embrace it and become it. And that's what, this is all about. This gratitude practice is really becoming gratitude. Becoming a walking gratitude energizer bunny that's just grateful as often as we can be. That's the goal. And these exercises are just a fun way to bring it into your consciousness on a regular basis, and also try and ingrain it into that subconscious that's running the show. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget there's an extended healing down below, a soul activation that's really going to amp you up and get you back on that golden path that you desire to be on. And I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Anyone that you might think really would love this 28-day journey. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.